Hello, and welcome back. Today we have Platinum Review number 29, the Callisto Protocol. Developed by Striking Distance Studios and published by Krafton, the Callisto Protocol is a third-person survival horror game released in 2022 for multiple platforms, but it is the PlayStation 5 version that I played. Directed by the creator of Dead Space, Glenn Schofield, the game is a spiritual successor of sorts, but with its own unique identity. Set in the year 2320, the game begins on the smallest moon of Jupiter, Europa, where death and destruction surrounds a mysterious woman, Dani Nakamura. Leader of the Outer Way, she is blamed for the carnage as the game then cuts to Jacob Lee.
Shocking footage from Europa. A brazen attack by the Outer Way terrorist group, led by the notorious Dani Nakamura.
That's enough. You got a job to do.
Jacob is a contract transporter, working to transport cargo between Europa and Callisto, the second largest moon of Jupiter. Along with his first officer Max, they are preparing to drop off one final shipment to the Black Iron prison, but Max suspects something is wrong.
All this additional security. It's a prison moon, Max. They take their security pretty serious.
And what about the attacks? How do you explain that?
By the Outer Way? They've been hitting targets all over the sector for the past 6 months.
We got a yellow light in the cargo hold.
That's probably nothing.
Well, it's still worth checking out.
Now, the player controls Jacob and gets familiar with basic movement and command prompts. In a nearby room, Jacob discovers the main collectible of the game, an audio log. These provide additional background information and character bios to further expand the story. For a trophy, you must find all data bios hidden throughout the game, so be sure to fully explore all areas before moving on. As Jacob makes his way through the ship, he discovers that they have been boarded and are under attack. It turns out, Dani and the Outer Way are the culprits, but she isn't going down without a fight.
Search the hold. It's gotta be here somewhere.
There he is! Max! They're heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do? Whenever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit!
Explosive.
I'm losing control! Just hold on! I'm on my way!
Jacob very slowly makes his way to the cockpit, but there is nothing he can do as the ship crashes to the surface of Callisto.
Transfer flight control to my station! Transfer flight control! This is bad, Jacob! Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is UJC Charon! Returning to Callisto! Requesting emergency clearance!
Negative, UJC Charon. You are not authorized for re-entry.
Sorry, but I got no choice! Coming in hot! Boost the antigraphs! Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it! Yes, we are! Watch out! Hold on! Brace for impact!
Jacob survives, but Max is not so lucky.
I told you not to worry! Max! Max! Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Hey. Oh!
Jacob? Jacob? Why didn't you listen?
One life sign detected. Continuing search.
Black Iron Security! You the pilot?
Yeah,
And him?
he's gone.
And we'll just need the one. Okay, let's get you out of here.
It's the first ship I ever lost. We were boarded by...
Let go of me!
Her! She's the one who... Hey!
Cool your jets, cargo jockey. You do your job. You let me do mine, all right? Sir. Yes, sir? Whatever you say. Grab him, too.
Hey! What are you doing? Hey! I didn't do anything!
Black Iron Security arrives and takes both Jacob and Danny to the prison. Captain Ferris and Warden Cole welcome them to the prison, as Jacob tries to make sense of his new reality.
The fuck are you looking at?
Why?
Way too late for this shit.
Okay, inmates do not speak unless they are spoken to.
There's been a mistake. My name is Jacob Lee. I'm not an inmate.
You were inmate 532-521. You address me as Captain Ferris.
What? No. I'm just a cargo pilot. I was attacked by the outer way. By her. She crashed my ship and she killed my first
I
officer.
don't care. Warden's orders. Oh, speak of the devil.
Choice. Every choice in your life has led you here. To this moment. To this place. The only place where you truly belong. To find the one thing that has always been missing. A purpose for your meaningless life. This is Warden Cole, and together we will find that purpose. Welcome to Black Iron Prison.
Jacob is processed, equipped with a core device, and thrown into a cell.
No. Hey! Stop it! Hey! Wait! No! No, you got it!
Inmate 532-521. Dr. Caitlin Marler, and as per Article 412 of the UJC Penal Code, you will now be fitted with a core device.
The doctor, he's not in the system. We don't know.
Just prep the device.
What the fuck? That device! No! No! You're a goddamn doctor!
Yes, and I
Stop!
intend to faithfully execute my responsibilities. Try not to move, it'll only make things worse.
No! Fuck you! Ah!
Attention. All security personnel report to the main cell block. This is not a drill.
Awaking from a nightmare, Jacob finds his cell unlocked and the prison on emergency lockdown. Jacob makes his way through the cell block until he comes across a fellow inmate, Elias, who does his best Will Ospreay impression.
Hey, bruv! What the fuck is going on?
I don't know what the hell's going on. My ship crashed, I got thrown in here, and then I woke up to this.
Well, look. You're that pilot they just brought in, yeah? Yeah, well, look, I've been in here half my life. I know this place. I've got a plan to get out. If you help me out of this cell, I'll help you, yeah?
Elias provides Jacob with the shiv, which can be used to override some locked doors, as Jacob looks for a way to release Elias from his cell. While exploring, Jacob is attacked, and the player is introduced to the mechanics of hand-to-hand combat and dodging. When dodging, it is essential to alternate from side to side to avoid taking damage. For a trophy, you must perfect dodge at least 5 times.
Got another one!
Jacob disposes of his attackers, but something is terribly wrong, as a strange and powerful creature stands before him. He is able to take it out and free Elias, but this leaves him with more questions than answers.
Jacob, over here! This gate's no good. The console's not responding.
Back there, I just saw something. It attacked me and it didn't seem human.
What are you on about?
I know what I saw.
Look, this place can mess with your head, but this is our chance. Whatever it was you saw, it's all the more reason to get out of here. See that watchtower?
Yeah.
That's our first stop. Meet me there.
How?
Elevator's that way. Take it up to the next level. I'll be in touch.
Got it.
Unfortunately, Jacob and Elias must travel separately as they attempt to reach the watchtower. Jacob is immediately attacked by more strange creatures as the player learns how to block and fine-tune the different combat strategies. Once defeated, Jacob can stomp enemies to loot their bodies for item drops such as health, ammo, or Callisto credits. After a little while, Jacob will discover a health injector site. These one-time use stations will restore a small amount of health and can be carried in inventory. Jacob's health meter can be seen by the color of the core device on the back of his neck. To get to the watchtower, Jacob must travel through solitary confinement, where he finds a unique item in the form of contraband. Certain items can be sold for Callisto credits, with this first being an energy converter.
Oh God, no! Move! No, we're not infected!
Lethal force has been authorized. Area secured. Moving to medical sector.
After a little while, Elias informs Jacob that the security units are back online. These powerful and deadly robots cannot be attacked and must be avoided at all costs. Carefully and quietly, Jacob sneaks past the guards and reaches the infirmary. Inside, he finds devastating-looking experiments and a gate fuse, which presents a new puzzle-solving mechanic to unlock doors and uncover new areas. With this, Jacob makes his way towards the weapons lockup, where he discovers nothing but an electrical baton. This will serve as Jacob's primary weapon, with both a quick strike and slower, more powerful melee. Now better suited for combat, Jacob fights through several enemies as the watchtower is nearly within reach. If defeated in combat, a brief and brutal death animation will play, with numerous violent and creative ways for Jacob to be taken out. As Jacob finally reaches the watchtower, Captain Ferris is manning the station and discovers Jacob in short order.
You. How the fuck did you get in here?
You think I got time for this shit? Okay. Let me see if I got this straight. You crash here. and then this whole place goes to shit. Oh, 5, 2, 1. Look at me when I'm talking to you. What'd you do? Huh? You can tell me. Are you different? Are you special? Why'd the warden want you alive? Huh. I told you. This is my kingdom. It's all yours.
With quick thinking, Jacob is able to escape as nearby creatures take out Ferris.
Necessity. To do what is required. To make the hard choices. As your new warden, I will do what is necessary. For you. For this storied institution. For the good of all mankind.
Jacob! Over here! Come on, man! Move your ass! Run!
Think that'll hold him?
Fucking hope so.
The hell are those things?
Doesn't matter. Look, just gotta get out of here.
Now free of Ferris, Jacob finally meets up with Elias, who provides Jacob with a new hand cannon pistol. At a nearby reforge station, Jacob can buy and sell weapons, ammo, and items, as well as upgrade the weapons in inventory. For a trophy, you must fully upgrade at least one weapon. In order to escape, Jacob and Elias need to find a highly skilled special hacker to call a ship from orbit. Naturally, this prisoner is held in a far-off and dangerous location within the maximum security part of the prison. As usual, Jacob must venture off alone, while Elias guides him from afar, like Professor Egad sending Luigi into a mansion of ghosts, safe at his computer. With his new hand cannon, Jacob has access to long-range attacks and new melee combinations. However, ammo is limited, so utilizing a stealthy approach and sneaky takedown is a strategic maneuver that won't alert nearby enemies to your presence. From here, Jacob continues to explore the confines of the prison, while fighting off deadly creatures, encountering new foes, finding collectibles, and occasionally getting annihilated in horrific ways.
Use your shift to dig out their implant.
Wait, what?
You don't have a choice. It's the only way through that door.
What a mess.
You do what you gotta do in here. This place has a way of changing you.
Along the way, Jacob will find a grip, similar to the one Captain Ferris used, which unlocks a new ability to push and pull objects. This can be used to launch projectiles at enemies, to pull the enemies towards you for a melee combo, or to even throw an enemy into an environmental hazard for an instant kill. The grip does require battery packs to charge, which essentially serve as ammo. With this new ability, Jacob continues through the prison, uncovering shocking carnage before reaching the elevator shaft.
Oh, God.
Jacob! You made it! I'm gonna open up the maintenance elevator. That'll get you up here, yeah?
Elias attempts to lower Jacob down, but this doesn't go as planned.
Brakes don't look too good. Elias!
I'm trying. One of the motors shorted out when I transferred power.
Stop the cab! Stop it! Elias!
The system's not responding. You've got to do it manually.
What? How?
Just jam something into the brake. Hurry!
Come on, you son of a bitch!
Jacob, you still with me?
Yeah, barely.
I need to figure out why this system's acting up. Reset the power down there and get to the other elevator.
Miraculously, Jacob is uninjured, but now has to look for another elevator, while getting ambushed if he lets his guard down for just a second.
Look at the size of that thing. Elias, I'm in the elevator. I see the shoe. Elias, you there?
After countless intense enemy encounters, Jacob reaches a working elevator that takes him to just outside the chute, where he reconvenes with Elias.
Sorry for not responding. This thing's found a way inside here. Really tearing up the place.
Can we still get to the shoe?
Yeah, but it's on emergency power, so I'll need to stay here and run a manual override. Don't worry. I can get you over there. I'm activating the gondola right now. It'll carry you across.
As before, Elias has to stay behind, while Jacob goes alone. Once again, Jacob must fight his way through tons of crazed enemies to reach the cell of the inmate he hopes will help him. Unfortunately, the inmate is the last person Jacob wants to see, and vice versa.
Elias, are you sure this is the right one? Hey! Get me out of here!
What are you doing here?
What the hell is going on?
Did you know it was her? Is this who we're looking for?
Yeah, look, I just knew it was someone who could help us,
And
right?
why would I help you?
Well, look, I've been here forever. Right, I've got all the information on this place and I can get us to the hangar. Right, and you can call down a shuttle and he can fly it out. Look, we can do this, we just gotta stick together, all right?
Thanks. I'll take my chances. A word of advice, though? Don't trust him. He's not what he seems.
Danny proceeds to trap Jacob within her cell and refuses to help. An emergency lockdown separates Jacob from Elias yet again, so Jacob heads for waste processing. As expected, numerous enemies stand in his way, including security units. With his hand cannon though, precise shots to the head can take one out and earn a trophy, but be sure not to miss or leave yourself open, as the robots will tear through Jacob with ease. After narrowly avoiding getting torn apart by a prison trap, Jacob reaches the checkpoint.
Elias, I made it at the checkpoint.
Good. Now get to the window. Tell us what you see.
Oh, that's one hell of a view.
Yeah, you got the hell part right, bruh. It's a big storm blowing in. You don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
Yeah, I see it. I got eyes on the hangar, too.
Yeah, that's our ticket out of here.
Yeah, I ran plenty of jobs out of that place.
From here, Elias sends Jacob on yet another dangerous and lonely journey to a far-off location, this time to the Habitat Dome by the hangar. The only problem is that this requires heading deep underground, with no communication with Elias. Luckily though, Elias can provide Jacob with some brief hints triggered by approaching certain areas, so he isn't completely lost.
221A. Finally got transferred to waste processing. But this place is a shithole. Rumor has it though, there's a way out from here. The main line that comes off of Tank 6 goes all the way to the dome. That red pipe. It drains right down to it. I just need to follow it back.
In the deepest and darkest levels, Jacob will encounter new mutated enemies. Exposed tentacles will transform a creature into a new, more powerful form, with increased health and damage. In order to prevent the mutation, the player must ensure an enemy is defeated quickly and stomped out so the tentacles don't spread.
Listen, if you can hear this, just shoot the tentacles or smash them with your baton. It's the only way. Otherwise, they just get bigger, stronger.
Purge cycle initiated. Here we go. Warning. Anomaly detected.
Shortly after, Jacob encounters a new sneaky and fast-moving enemy that can climb walls and strike from unique angles. The reward for taking these out is a water slide, But this isn't your typical theme park attraction, as deadly spikes and spinning blades must be avoided around every twist and turn.
Pressure check complete. Releasing gate valve.
Releasing gate valve. No!
At least, the end of the line leads Jacob to the Habitat Dome, a nearby tram station, where communication with Elias is restored.
Whoa. Wasn't that something? Elias, I made it through. Copy.
Loud and clear, bruv. Good timing, too. I'm getting close.
Okay, I got eyes in the tram station. I'll meet you there.
Not so fast. See that building oxygen processing? There's a security station inside. You need to get there to lift the lockdown in the dome. Can't dock the tram until you do.
I had a feeling you weren't telling me everything.
Easy, bruv. Just keep trusting the plan, yeah? And keep moving. We gotta beat this storm.
Things are not as simple as Jacob hopes, though, as he must release the lockdown in the dome before reaching the tram station. Within oxygen processing, Jacob encounters the typical array of deadly enemies, but this time also uncovers a new weapon schematic. These can be used at reforge stations to purchase new, more powerful guns, with this first being a shotgun, the skunk gun. Jacob can swap between weapons during combat, but this was a difficult system to navigate at times, even with a quick swap mechanic. What follows is another long and treacherous trek through enemy-filled corridors, complete with environmental hazards everywhere.
Elias, you copy? I'm lifting the lockdown.
Nice work, bruv. Pulling inside the station now.
Only problem is I can't reach it. The walkway collapsed.
The utility room across the way has access to the level below. See if you can reach the catwalk from there. And hurry, that storm's getting worse.
Eventually, Jacob rendezvous with Elias, and they are narrowly able to escape to the tram station.
Oh, we're nearly there. Come on, give us your hand. Hurry! Take my hand! Gotcha! Quick! Get to the tram station! Get in!
To reach the tram itself, Jacob must suit up to withstand the harsh weather and icy terrain, as he and Elias must brave the storm. As he does, he gets to know some more personal details from Elias's past.
I never asked you. What are you in for?
What? You worried you're helping a murderer escape?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Well, you are, man. So what? Look, it's a long time ago, yeah? I was defending myself. Wrong place, wrong time. I made a lot of bad decisions back then.
Yeah, well, you were probably just dealt a shitty hand.
No. No. It was just to blame everyone else. But then I realized this was on me. You can't keep running from what you've done.
Goodness of the better myself. There's always a prize to pay.
Their conversation is cut short by a strange acting, yet amazingly still alive Captain Ferris, who proceeds to eject them out into the freezing cold. Jacob is now all alone and lost as he wanders through the snow looking for Elias. A perk of his new suit, aside from almost looking like a Spartan, is that Jacob now has increased health and inventory space. Despite the sub-zero temperatures, the creatures still thrive and proceed to attack Jacob at every opportunity. Making his way forward, Jacob discovers Elias, but his visor is smashed, and he is running out of oxygen.
Come on. Gotta get you to cover. Come on. Come on. Yes, you can. It's not that far. It's not that far. Come on.
No!
Hey, gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Come on.
No, bro. I'm done. Thank you. It's because of you. I got out.
I'll see you on the other side, buddy.
Elias passes away, but not all hope is lost, as Danny arrives. Or not, as she is still harboring hatred for Jacob. She takes Elias's core and leaves Jacob in the cold.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm a pilot. You need me.
Hangar's that way. Better start walking.
Oh, come on! I'm so sorry, Elias.
Jacob must overcome the raging storm and frozen creatures, but does reach a more comforting refuge within the dank and musky tunnels. Mutated creatures lurk around every corner until Jacob happens upon Danny. She is under attack and in need of help. Despite her leaving him for dead, Jacob doesn't return the favor and helps her fight off the numerous enemies. With the room clear, they reluctantly agree to work together and devise a plan to reach the hangar.
Didn't expect to see you again.
Oh yeah, why's that? Huh? You left me out there to die?
And you tried to kill me back on your ship. Guess that makes us even.
Look, I don't know if you noticed, but things have kind of gone to shit out there. Hey, you don't have to like me and I don't have to like you, but Elias was right. We don't stand a chance alone, but together we might just make it out of here alive.
Fine. If I can get that snowcat fixed, it'll get us to the hangar. You need to open the main gate. Control should be that way.
How do I know I can trust you?
Here, take this. You'll need it. Those things are everywhere.
In an act of solidarity and goodwill, Danny provides Jacob with a new powerful shotgun, the riot gun. To reach the hangar, Jacob and Danny must override a failsafe by activating 2 control rooms simultaneously. So, he heads for one, while Danny goes to the other. The usual array of puzzle solving, exploring, and fighting ensues, complete with mockery, courtesy of a recording from the warden.
From this prison, from yourself, neither is possible. The only path towards true freedom is found within. For only by knowing yourself can you become what you were always meant to be.
Made it to the second control room.
Took you long enough. Ready when you are.
Jacob reaches the control center, and together, he and Danny override the failsafe and rendezvous back outside.
Okay, I'll pull the snowcat around. Meet you outside.
Yeah, you better.
Get inside!
Can't see anything up there. So,
Don't fucking talk to me.
what's your problem?
Just stop. We're almost there.
Despite their teamwork, Danny still doesn't trust Jacob and believes he knows more than he is letting on. To find out the truth, she drives to Jacob's crashed ship and opens the so-called medical supplies.
Hey, what are you doing?
What's in here?
Medical supplies?
Bullshit. Open it.
Why?
Because I said so. We're not going anywhere until you do.
Okay, fine. Yep, just like I told you.
But records show you made multiple drops right before the incident.
Me and a dozen other cargo ships.
Don't try to talk your way out of this. I know you were involved.
I had nothing to do with what happened on Europa.
Expecting to find something else, Danny is distraught and confused, but puts those feelings aside for now. With things left unresolved, Jacob and Danny head inside to call a ship to the landing dock.
Back there. Why did you do that to Elias?
I was in a hurry. Didn't have time to transfer the data. I need to know everything I can about what's happening here.
But you just ripped it out.
Like you haven't done the same.
Not to somebody I know.
Did you really know him? Or were you just using him to escape?
Hidden audio logs begin to piece things together, as Jacob pressures Danny for answers.
Specimen loaded onto modified Gamma-2 cargo containers. Did he think using civilian contractors would somehow prevent me from finding out? This isn't science. It's madness.
You don't seem too surprised.
About what?
About any of this. Whatever the hell's going on around here.
Saw something like it before. Back on Europa.
Europa? The news report said that was all on you.
UJC propaganda. Things aren't always what they seem.
Kind of like me. And that cargo you thought I was hauling.
Maybe. I'd sure like to think so.
On the landing deck, escape is nearly within reach, as the called ship is just 2 minutes away. It turns out, 2 minutes is too long. From afar, Warden Cole shoots down the ship, and any hope of escape along with it.
Still, I'm impressed that you made it this far. Perhaps you both have potential after all. Mr. Lee, Miss Nakamura, your journey was especially long, all the way from Europa.
What'd you say?
But I'm afraid there's just too much at stake here. And the protocol cannot be broken. So, though your story ends here, please know that you have my respect.
No! No! Go! 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 Go!
Jacob! Take my hand! Jacob!
Jacob and Danny are sent free falling into the darkness, but are able to defy death and smash back inside. But Jacob's mind is beginning to play tricks on him.
Danny.
Snapping back into reality, Jacob and Danny avoid getting crushed, but are lost in a terrible place, Arcus. This long-lost colony lies beneath Black Iron Prison, which they must head back to in search of answers.
Back into Black Iron? No fucking way. We almost got killed just trying to get out of Black Iron.
This isn't about escape,
Then
Jacob.
what's it about?
Not anymore.
What's it about?
Answers! Why did the warden shoot down one of his own ships?
I don't know.
And how is it connected to Europa?
This is supposed to be just another fucking job. This is crazy.
As they travel, things continue to rattle and crumble all around them, sending Jacob far below, where dangerous enemies wait. Luckily, these new creatures are blind and can be taken out from behind if careful enough. In order to get back to Arcus to reach Danny, Jacob must fight through endless waves of fearsome enemies contained within the depth of the decaying ruins. Make too much noise though, and more will be alerted and swarm in deadly fashion. After a very long journey, communication is restored with Danny, as they agree to meet at the colony.
Jacob? Are you there? The power just came on in the colony. I'm boosting the signal.
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you. I'm heading to the colony now. I'll contact you once Gotta stay quiet for now.
Oh, shit. Be careful. I'll see you soon.
To reach the colony, Jacob must restore power to a transport, but as he does, this brings with it the most formidable creature yet, an extremely powerful, two-headed beast. To make matters worse, additional enemies will attack when distracted, or you let your guard down. Hopefully, you are adequately prepared with extra ammunition, as this bullet sponge will take many shots, and swapping weapons or reloading will leave you open to a lethal strike. After an intense and challenging battle, Jacob emerges victorious and reaches the colony. Danny waits in a nearby light tower, but as usual, countless enemies stand between Jacob and his goal.
Jacob. I found something.
What?
Just get up here. You need to see it.
Danny? Where'd she go?
After stealthily making his way through, Jacob finds Danny, but she is stuck mid-data transfer and in a trance. Snapping out, she immediately attacks Jacob and doesn't seem herself.
I won't go! You can't make me! You killed them all!
Wait. No.
She is able to slowly ground her mind and explains what happened 75 years ago and how it relates to what happened on Europa.
Sorry. I'm okay.
Are you sure? You don't seem okay.
I was in their mind, reliving their memories. There was an outbreak 75 years ago. Just like what's happening in the prison. They killed everyone, trying to contain it. Everyone. These aren't accidents. There's a pattern. Arcus, Black Iron, Europa. They're all connected. Watch out!
Unfortunately, another two-head arrives and throws Danny aside to battle Jacob. Jacob takes it out, and luckily, Danny is not injured, so they move on, as she explains how the data transfer between cores works.
Didn't know you could transfer memories like that.
These implants are wired into the brain. It's like copy and fire. UJC required the miners to get a version of what became the core.
So what's it like?
Weird. Like being two people at once. Really makes you understand them. Because you were them. Those things. They used to be the miners. The ones who escaped the massacre.
While traveling, they head into Dr. Mahler's lab, where answers finally begin to solve the mystery of Callisto.
It began with a distress call. A mysterious contagion spreading on Callisto. The symptomology was intriguing, yet familiar. After securing the site, a lab was constructed, and later a prison surrounding it. A research base with a readily available pool of test subjects.
That's why Black Iron was built.
It's all been some kind of an experiment.
After decades of searching, the prize is finally within our grasp. The source, where it all began. A bold, new chapter for our project. Via Solitaris.
My God. What is that?
An alien life form. Released by the miners when they broke through to Callisto's subsurface ocean. It was dead by the time we arrived, killed by security forces. But inside the carcass, we found them. Thousands of larvae. Primary disease vectors for the biophage pathogen. We collected specimens and transported them to our central lab on Europa. The pathogen acted as an evolutionary accelerant, mutating the colonists into little more than mindless brutes. Save for one. The so-called Subject Zero. Somehow able to reap the benefits of the contagion. Greater strength, endurance, and longevity, while preserving their intellect and humanity.
Jacob discovers a secret compartment in a cargo shipment and realizes that he was in fact transporting the bioweapon. But a mutated Captain Ferris interrupts, more violent and angry than ever.
5, 2, 1. You mean we got some unfinished business?
Go to hell.
As you can see, things have changed.
Jacob, I found the surface access door. I'm trying to open it.
No one escapes me here. No one.
Daddy! Daddy! Come on!
He is too much for Jacob, but Danny provides an opening for escape. However, this leaves her vulnerable to an attack and infection.
She was just trying to help you, but soon she'll be one of us.
You okay?
I'm fine. Just keep moving.
The effects immediately begin to take over, but Jacob is determined to find a cure.
We made it. Danny? Danny! Hey.
Oh, shit. Okay, come on.
I won't turn into one of those things.
No. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Hey, we are gonna fix this.
How?
We're gonna stick to the plan. We're gonna get to the Warden's Tower. There's gotta be a way to reverse this.
You don't know that.
No, I don't. But we're not gonna give up now. We're gonna finish this thing together. Okay?
Come on.
The whole prison's infected.
We should get the hell out of here.
Good idea. Warden's signal is still active in the command tower.
Can we make it to him?
Looks like it. I'm getting the door now.
Inmates, return to your cells.
Before they can reach the Warden's tower, security units arrive on the scene and throw Jacob back into his original cell, as despite all his efforts, he is right back where he started. Stuck in his cell, Jacob receives a strange transmission from Dr. Mahler, who claims to have Danny with her and offers to help.
Danny? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Right back where I started. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
Find me.
Mahler?
There's not much time. I was able to reroute one of the security units. I have Danny.
Where is she?
The lab at the heart of the prison. He's monitoring everything, but we can talk here. I can get you to the Warden. I can cure her. I want to help.
You? You put this thing in my neck, and now you want to help.
Please, you must hurry. Find me, Jacob.
How?
There's a room ahead that connects to an area normally off-limits to both inmates and guards. Find it, and I'll clear the way from here.
Dr. Mahler proves she can at least be trusted for now, as she releases the cell door and unlocks the path forward. Although she can guide Jacob, she can't protect him from the onslaught of mutated enemies, so Jacob must fight for both his and Danny's survival. After a while, he finds a strange lab with gruesome experiments, and within it, Dr. Mahler.
The lab. At the heart of the prison. Experimenting on the prisoners. Figures. How long were they doing? Looks like they were trying to see how long it takes to turn into those things. Hey! What are you doing? I said, what are you doing?
It's only an inhibitor to slow the rate of infection.
You said you could cure her.
I can, with your help. You have to trust me.
Jacob demands answers, which Dr. Mahler provides. Although Dr. Mahler can help Danny, she was a bit misleading, as she doesn't have a readily available cure.
Why don't you start by telling me about this?
You saw the recordings, you know what happened on Europa?
I have no idea what happened on Europa. I wasn't there when the attack happened.
No, but she was. Are you sure you really want to?
Yes!
Do you wish?
What did you do to me?
Gave you what you wanted. The curse of knowledge. Your core is linked with hers now. Or at least it will be once the sync is complete. The data won't transfer immediately, but her memories will fill in the gaps, give you the answers you seek.
Okay. Just tell me how we can cure her.
You can use this to synthesize an antidote, but you'll need to extract a sample from the Warden's elf.
This is what?
The goal of this madness is ridiculous protocol. During the original outbreak, a colonist known as Subject Zero demonstrated a unique ability to synthesize the biophage, to control it.
Yeah, I heard in the recording something about bigger, stronger.
The next phase of human evolution. Unfortunately, he was killed during the Arca's sterilization. Now, the Warden seeks to replicate the conditions of the original outbreak, hoping to recreate Subject Zero as Subject Alpha.
By releasing the virus into the prison?
As he would say, evolution doesn't happen in a lab, it happens in the wild.
Yeah, but how can he do this? There's no way he can cover this up.
He's not acting alone. He's part of a group. Dating back centuries, they seek to control the progress of human... She's waking.
In order to help Danny, Jacob must find Subject Alpha and extract its blood for an antidote. With Danny healthy enough to travel, she and Jacob head out to find Subject Alpha within the Warden's tower.
So, what happened back there? Last thing I remember is those robots jumping us.
Mahler's helping us get the cure.
And you trust her?
Don't got a choice.
Yeah. Same here.
As the data link proceeds, Jacob finds himself trapped within Danny's memories, and with it, the full truth is finally uncovered.
And now you're inside Danny's memories, seeing the truth of Europa. A diluted test sample released from one of our labs. A tragedy that inspired everything Cole is doing here at Black Iron.
Jacob! Let me go! Look at it! Look at it! What are you talking about? Do you see? Do you see?
Jacob, what do you got there?
What we got here is none of our business. Come on, we have a job to do.
This was our fault.
Lily! Sorry. I tried to protect you. You didn't deserve that.
Europa wasn't a terrorist attack. They doctored the footage to cover up what they were planning to test at Black Iron. And the cargo that we transported played a part in both. I could have stopped this. But I didn't.
You made the wrong choice. Now how are you gonna make it right?
It turns out that Jacob knew what he was transporting between Europa and Black Iron Prison, but he ignored it and blocked out the memory. As Danny's condition deteriorates, Jacob heads forward alone to obtain the antidote. Within the tower, Jacob confronts Warden Cole about his experimental protocol.
Your methods are rash. You risk too much.
The greater risk is in failing to act, especially when the commonality is finally within our grasp. And right on time. He approaches. The survivor. The survivor. Dear Solitarius.
Where's the Alpha? Just give me the goddamn antidote. I'm not gonna let her die.
Your friend.
Watching people die for fun? Is that your protocol?
No. You are mistaken, Mr. Lee. The protocol isn't about death. It's about life. This fragile shell holds us back. We have to evolve if we are to survive. Proof that my methods are worth the risk. A final contest to determine the true survivor. Humanity! Or my out.
Well, 5-2-1. You're really a thank you. At first I thought this was a curse, but then I realized it is a gift. The Warden has opened my eyes, shown me my purpose. Now, I'm gonna show you.
They battle for the antidote, and to determine who on the evolutionary scale will emerge on top. This boss battle is a multi-phased fight, as the Alpha isn't even his final form, and Jacob must battle a highly mutated, bullet-spongy wrecking machine.
No one to save you now. No more tricks. No escape this time. I've beaten you. I've beaten everyone. I told you. There's always a price.
With several different vicious attacks, from both close up and at a distance, Captain Ferris can dispose of Jacob in quick order, so be prepared with health injectors and a ton of ammo. With enough persistence, carefully timed dodges, and counter-strikes to avoid defeat, Jacob can wear down Captain Ferris enough to extract the needed DNA. Undeterred, the Warden mocks Jacob, as he isn't even physically present, safe as always from a distance.
Think you've beaten us? Ferris was weak, an imperfect vessel. But in that sample is the key to unlocking a centuries-old dream. That's not failure, Mr. Lee. That's progress. And it belongs to me.
No, I don't think so.
Please. This is no time for false heroics. Leave the sample and walk away. There's an escape pod up there. To take you back to the life you once had. We can both have everything we want. So tell me, Mr. Lee, what do you want?
I'll tell you what I want. I want my sister back, fucker!
A valiant effort. But surely you know by now, I never lose.
No. This time you do.
Such a waste. All this to save one life. Don't think you've stopped us. The data gathered here will carry the protocol to the next phase. As for you...
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Goodbye, Miss Nakamura. And Mr. Lee. I do hope you've enjoyed your stay at Black Iron.
Jacob cures Danny, and together, they head for the escape pods, as the Warden triggers self-destruction. With time running out, they reach the escape pods, but there is only one available. To atone for his sins, Jacob sacrifices himself for Danny, and sends with her the hope of bringing down Warden Cole.
You don't know what you're doing!
I didn't! But I do now! I can't keep running from what I've done.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. For everything. I do belong here.
Don't do this! Jacob! Jacob!
Data transfer complete. That transfer worked both ways. He learned more about me, and I learned more about him. In the chaos of the moment, I didn't realize he had also given me the evidence I was looking for all along. And sacrificed his life so that I could expose the truth. Was he trying to make up for the pain he caused? Or just chasing some kind of redemption? Either way, I hope he found some peace.
Danny successfully escapes, while Jacob is left behind. But Dr. Mahler offers Jacob one last shred of hope as the game ends.
Jacob, there might be a way out after all.
Reactor 4 temporary safety is activated.
But I'm going to need your help.
At this point, you will have all story-related trophies, with the exception of the difficulty-related trophy for completing the game on maximum security. This can be done from the start, but I recommend playing the game twice. The first time, be sure to get all collectibles and upgrades. Then, on the second playthrough, you can carry everything over in New Game Plus and up the difficulty. This will not only get you familiar with the enemy encounters, but you will be more powerful from the start. There used to be an easy glitch to swap the difficulty at the end of the game, but this was patched out. It is possible to get to the very end of the game, then uninstall the game, and reinstall it without internet connection to avoid the patch. But the initial version of the game is filled with bugs, and nearly unplayable and unstable. So although all you have to do is run to the escape pod, the game is almost guaranteed to crash before you even get there. In addition to the story-related trophies, it is required to find all data bios, which are hidden in optional paths or secret rooms, so be sure to explore every nook and cranny before moving on, or utilizing a guide to ensure you don't miss anything. But you could always get anything you missed the first time during the maximum security playthrough. Some trophies will also require the use of certain combat mechanics, such as killing an enemy with a grip melee combo, stabbing 5 blind enemies in the back, taking off limbs with melee or ranged weapons, throwing enemies into environmental hazards, or perfect dodging 5 times. Nothing is difficult, and all will likely be obtained from playing naturally with the unlocked abilities. All that is left will be to take a photo in photo mode, and the Platinum Trophy is yours. The Platinum process was pretty straightforward and simple, with not a lot to do other than explore and enjoy the game. Maximum Security difficulty is definitely a step up and challenge, but with New Game Plus, it is significantly more manageable. Overall, the Callisto Protocol was a really great horror survival game, with a compelling story, incredible graphics, and fun gameplay. The environments were disturbing, creepy, and vividly detailed. Whether in the damp underground caves, out in the freezing storm, or exploring the prison lockdown, scares and terrifying enemies lie around every corner. A dark and ominous tone set the stage for the frights, with distant sounds coming from the unknown and an overall eerie atmosphere. The story was a decent take on the zombie-like infection game, with elements of human experimentation for enhancement and evolutionary advances. Filled with sketchy villains, massive mutated monsters, and shadowy truths, the story kept the player invested from start to finish. The characters were layered, with so much more beneath the surface to uncover as the story progressed. With hidden secrets and emotionally deep themes, the player got attached to the characters and wanted to learn more about them, which the audio logs aided in providing the details. These also helped in slowly unraveling the mysteries surrounding Black Iron Prison and the horrifying truth. The visuals were amazing and enhanced the immersion, as it felt like you were watching a horror film at times. You never knew when something awful was going to happen or where creatures were going to strike from. The fear you felt was more than just the anticipation of a jump scare, as the anxiety and heart-pounding action was complemented with sections of slow burn. When defeated, the brutal and ferocious manner in which Jacob will be taken out reinforced the threat level of the creatures. You are reminded of Jacob's vulnerability if you let your guard down, as they greatly outmatch and overpower him in creative, yet horrific ways. The gameplay itself was relatively smooth, with consequential actions and a good balance between engaging enemies and a stealthy approach. You had to decide for yourself when it was best to utilize your limited ammo and expose yourself, or when to avoid the enemies altogether. As the story progressed, and the player unlocked more weapons and abilities, the gameplay opened up to so many new possibilities and combinations. Just when things would begin to slow down, a new ability would unlock to keep things fresh. There were a good variety of different enemies, each with unique attack patterns, strength, mutations, and ways to best take them out. The mutations were a gory and bloody mess that let you know things were about to get worse. But similar to when being defeated, Jacob had some pretty gruesome and satisfying ways to take out an enemy too, including blasting off limbs or stomping them out. The biggest drawback to gameplay for me was the actual mechanic of swapping weapons, which left me more frustrated than it should have. Simply switching weapons took a good amount of time, and when in a chaotic fight, was cumbersome, and would let the enemy get in close. In the heat of battle, the change needed to be seamless and reactive, but it was wonky and delayed. I would often try to quickly switch my weapon, only for it to not register, and be stuck trying to fire a gun with no ammo. It would have greatly improved the gameplay if the weapons were available like similar games that utilize a weapon wheel that slowed down time while in the menu. Otherwise, the gunfights combined with power-ups and hand-to-hand combat was an excellent mix that was a ton of fun. I recommend this game if you are a fan of horror survival drama and are looking for something new to play that doesn't require a large time investment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for Platinum Review number 30.